Hello! So, last week I was left with a choice. Having found a bottle of something which promised to unlock the potential of the taint used in the joining ritual. However, it was also made by using the deaths of a lot of wardens. And probably is not that morally great in its own right. But that said, the taint is literally darkspawn blood. So bit of a vague one. So I left the choice up to you lot, well, Twitter, by which I mean I finally got around to actually asking on Twitter at lunchtime today, what should I do? To which the answer was a resounding down it, Fresher. So, drink the vial's contents. Better than taint. It promises to unlock the hidden potential of the tainted blood you drank during the joining. You have access to new abilities. Well, there's anticlimactic for you. Just, you know, a slight bow of the head
It shall be done.
Oh, I'm fine now. You know, the joining kill people. They're just, ugh. And I'm good. It's a good thing you walk slowly. And by it's a good thing you walk slowly, I mean hurry the fuck up. There's no walk button in this. Oh, sorry. Where?
We must act quickly. The demons are clawing on the gates. The veil must be closed.
That sounded like two voice lines recorded in very different recording sessions. Okay, what do I do?
I will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them.
Oh, joy.
I will begin. First, I must summon the magical energies. I feel them. They're coming.
Okay, let's start off by let's tempest the whole area we're in and earthquake the area we're not. And you don't have to move to pin them in spot. Ah, they're only lesser ranged demons. That's okay.
As you say.
Greater shades? Okay. Everyone ice weapons. And did that give them ice weapons? It didn't. That should have. Okay, now let's try Mind Blast again. Are they both within range of... That should get them both. Yep, it did. Didn't do very much to them. That should do better. Ash Wraith. What's an ash wraith when it's his home? Thanks for the subtitles there. Bekon Netsithan Oberasuth Milatep. Cheers. That's great. How about let's try that one. Desire demon. Okay. Shit, I don't have freezing ability at the moment. Say what? You for now use a lyrium potion. You can you shield bash? Yes, shield bash the thing. Pin the thing. And arcane bolt the thing. Now you can freeze the thing.
Let's have at it!
Okay, some things it automatically targets with. Some things you have to then select the targets as well. She had money. That appears to be it. And I've only just opened Twitch chat because I had the viewers list open. So stamina potions. They seem okay. The stamina, they burn through stamina much less quickly than mana burns through mana. But yeah. I mean, mostly when their stamina gets low, rejuvenate kicks in. Yeah, I don't know why a demon from outside this realm had a lot of money. I'll be honest. I mean, what can you spend money on in the Fade?
It's over. The veil is strong now. Stronger, at least.
But the fog's still
I'd
purple.
submit to judgment. And so I shall. Can I be left to experiment in peace?
You must atone. Research ways to help the wardens ethically.
With what time I have left, I will do this. It may take months or years for my research to reach fruition. When it does, I will send for you. Thank you for this, Warden.
Excellent.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer Avernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but people will do queer things to survive. But if he does the proper research, without the sacrifices and blood magic and all, maybe he'll turn up something good. But there was no proof to redeem my family.
Past won't offer redemption. Try the future.
For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers. But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again.
Could I convince you to stay on?
You know I'm no good in a fight, but
You're
I'm a
not.
fair trader if
That's
I do
true.
say so myself. My cousins have been looking for a safe place to store trade goods, and the Peak will do nicely. Whatever the Drydens have to offer are yours, for a sizable discount.
Looks like we're done here. A demonic invasion thwarted, a warden base safely rescued. We do good work.
Excellent. Level up! I think I was just a little bit of magic off. Why do I have blood magic? Why do I have blood magic? I did not choose blood magic. Ah, warden blood powers. Okay. Flaming weapons sounds useful. But more things seem to resist fire in this. But it does get through to fireball. Okay, let's have a look what we've got here. Ooh. Force field looks good, but I think that's more of a win thing. If I focus win on healing and mana on damage. Cone of Cold requires 25 magic, which I've got. Targets frozen solid by Cone of Cold can be shattered with a critical hit. I like that. Because if it freezes them solid, then Stone Fist has a good chance of being good against them. I'll put some in magic because it makes sense to do so, and get Cone of Cold. And now let's have a look what you've got. More decks. And bonus to armor pen. More lockpicking. I regretted not getting that earlier. And John agrees. Okay. Here we go then. Been that way, haven't we? Yes, because that's the only way that is. Remember the tower.
It shall be done.
Chainmail gloves. I can sell them at least. That's a ladder, but I can't seem to interact with it. Oh right, not a tower that I've not been into yet. Why is there a door there?
You need me?
I can't open. I don't know whether this will have stopped demons and the like spawning here, and I can just It has not, in the slightest.
Oh, I think they've seen us.
No, it's not. They're skeletons.
Very well.
You can grab a ring from a long way away. Okay, weapon stand. Okay. Peridium scale gloves. And a note.
It is begun.
Plea from Commander Alpha, whose corpse we've just killed. Soldier's Peak is more than we bargained for. There's sinister magic at work here. Sinister magic at work here, not sinister act magic. Don't at me. The men are seeing things and cannot tell nightmares from reality. The fallen return to life and attack again and again, and we are assaulted by dark creatures, the likes of which I have never seen. Whoever is responsible is intent on destroying us all. The King's army and the Grey Wardens both. Somewhat ironic that he himself returned from the dead to try and kill us. I think that's something you need to... Alistair. It's no use bowing. And Liliana, it's no use running into a bowing Alistair. Okay, let's have a look, see if I missed anything through here with not having tab on. But it doesn't look like it. It was just the chest in there. Okay. Same defiance we've read. Didn't the old commander hide a cool blade somewhere? That's a good question. That's at Avernus's notes. Black files. Henrik. Wolf. It's more notes on more characters. Items. Listening umbrella and Harvard's Aegis. I don't think so. I'll have another look.
Done.
Because that weapon stand just had some gauntlets on it.
Yes, of course.
Trident. That's the same shade of purple as interactable things show up, which isn't helpful. That's raspberry jam. That's a chest. With a okay shield in it, but I don't think there's anything special about it. I wish they wouldn't use the same shade of purple for the light in here. Yeah, if you want to have a search, because I don't actually remember anything about that bit.
Trap right ahead.
Excellent. Shame about all the other ones. Okay. There's a nonsense musical instrument there. Well, it's not too nonsense, I suppose. Just really unwieldy. Ability notes. Adonis's notes detail his torture and experiment on several Grey Wardens. Ah! That blood thing that I mistook for blood magic is what came from this. Oh yes! That guy had something about a sword. Hold on. You all move very loudly. That's the same room. We haven't been here, and we can't. That's a door that doesn't open. Something.
It's done.
Asturian's portrait. An old painting dating back to Commander Asturian's time. Perhaps Asturian's history points to this. Recite the oath. Asturian's might, +2 damage, weakens nearby darkspawn, +1 armor penetration. Longsword main hand, but not two hand. Shadow belt, +3 melee critical chance, reduces hostility. Master Silverite rune and lots of money. Asturian's might. Excellent. It has a rune slot. Excellent. Everything about that is nice. Let's have a look at this new belt. Melee critical chance reduces hostility. Melee critical chance and reducing hostility sounds more useful for the assassin. As criticals and rogues work well together, and reducing hostility keeps them alive. And it's exactly what Alistair's not supposed to do, is reducing hostility. So I think I'll save it for him. I'll be back in a second. I need to let the cat in the window. You're a tiny weirdo, you know that. and silver ring. Right, what else did I just pick up? The rune and some money. Right. The rune goes in. I can't remember what's that, so I'll just find it here. And it was an expert cold iron rune, was it? More damage versus undead. That's more damage versus darkspawn. Oh no, it was Sydney coming in through the window. They both do, but... Right. Warden Commander boots, Warden Commander armor. Let's compare that with Templar armor. Okay, his current armor is 21. Defense 59. 24, 59. 25. Okay. Oh, there's a tier level one. Yes, there is. Shame there isn't a matching helmet. There is a set of matching gloves. So you're getting the full set? Yeah, you're getting the full set bonus. Okay. Well, that's nice. Why are the gauntlets in yellow there? Anyway, that's good for him. So yeah, there was a sword somewhere. And then some. Shield. Is there a matching shield for it? Because he's currently got Howard's Aegis. 3 Templar Shield Tier 2. That's a tier higher, but objectively worse. Except lower fatigue. No. Okay. Let's switch to Rider. Alistair, you're no quieter. And what's next quest? That's a good question. Although, this just flashed for some reason, the one where I am. Oh, presumably to say where that's where I am. Right. I think I'm gonna go to camp first. Just because. And I'll have a chat with yon assassin. What tried to kill me.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
Okay, what's on your mind?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Isle that much.
If we can stop the blight, we'll save a lot more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
I get the feeling that might be a subtle Buffy reference. There you are. Zevran.
Here I am.
Here are some questions.
This should be good. Go ahead.
Why did you want to leave the crows exactly?
Well, now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
So you're just bored?
I don't know that I would put it precisely that way. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
And that works?
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. It gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
Darkspawn! Grown-ups are talking. So, why didn't you just leave
And
then?
become the next mark for some up-and-coming crow? Not likely. The only way to leave is for them to think you're dead. And even then, you'd best be scarce. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
I think Barkspawn wants to talk to me. Won't they finally find you?
Eventually. Can be a very, very long time, if one plays one's cards right. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Disapproves. Okay. Well. Okay. What have I got that might be useful to you? You currently have a Viridian longsword and a crow dagger. Well, that's better even without enchantment than your crow dagger. Replaced the wrong one. Iridium's better than steel, so that belt, the shadow belt, that'll do you. Mixed metal rounds adds dexterity. Sorry. Know what you're wearing? Hardened leather, everything. You don't get a complete set bonus. And also I don't have a complete set of anything. Bars? Not bars. You also have an impudent longbow made of elm. Well, to have that. Ah! Rock salve. Okay. Gold bar. Now, what do you mean by bars? I have only got one bar. Signal here is awful. Waiting for Twitch to actually catch up. Just gold bar.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
Okay. Dragon statuette. That doesn't seem to particularly tie to anyone I've yet met. And let's talk to Sandal. See about doing some enchantment bobbing.
Enchantment?
Enchantment.
Enchantment!
Asturian's Might. Right. So. I reckon. Master Silverite. Because when we come to fighting Darkspawn, that will be very handy to have him being able to dish out a lot of damage. Although he's mostly tank. But I do have another Master Silverite rune. But... Can you disenchant things to get the rune back? Okay, let's have a look at the cheese knife first. Spell resistance. More damage against undead. Electric damage, fire damage, frost damage. I have no idea how much more undead I'll be facing. This has 2 slots. I think I'll save that for later and just sell.
You and your friends
stuff.
are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Okay, what's your story?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost Glory?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old Tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
Okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say you didn't steal them off his corpse, or if you did, whether he wasn't using them anymore. Well, then.
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost Tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Better do something with them than leave them to rot.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
And here you are.
Yes, here I am. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
You didn't mention sample.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think. And he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
That's generous of you.
It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Let's see what
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
And you'll be glad with what I've collected. I say that, but Just gonna sell a load of armor that no one seems to particularly need. Templar armor I might keep. That's good. That's not more damage against Darkspawn. That's fairly generic. Black leather collar. I've already put a better one on Darkspawn, I think. War paint. Haven't looked at. Probably going to keep hold of them. Weapons. Ooh. Viridium daggers. Okay. Oh. More nature resistance, more spell power, more nature damage. That I'm going to compare with Win. I think I'm gonna give the staff Win has to Mana and this one to Win. Winter's Breath, I'm not sure, that's very powerful. That I might actually give to Mana, come to think of it. And that. Tome of Arcane and Physical Techniques. They're very expensive. Okay, never mind. Oh, Grandmaster runes. Golden rope necklace. Stick. Marik's shield. Alistair doll with pins in it. Cannot impress the dead. Protective cone. Uncrushable pigeon. See, some of these are obvious as to who they're for. Some lower approval. Yeah, no shit. That one's worth actual money. I'll look into those a bit later. More detail. I'm okay for Lyrium Potion for a while, seeing as I don't go through it that much. I don't have Stamina Potion. Unless I have to switch to someone who uses stamina. No, they don't have stamina potions. Crafting. Distillation agent seems a good idea to have. So I'll buy about Goldsworth. Oh, and some flasks. Oh, I already had flasks. Oh well, now I have more. Okay, let's try some crafting. It's only making lesser health boxes. Who was it? Who Can I not craft with... Yes, I can craft with other people's skills. Okay, so... 1 herbalism, no herbalism, 1 herbalism. Barkspawn doesn't have any skills, he's a dog. Murrigan has more herbalism. Zevran has poison crafting. Morrigan. Craft some stuff. Okay, you can only craft as the character you currently are. That's slightly annoying. Whoa.
I'm here for you.
We need to talk? You know something I don't know?
Of course.
You're a travelling minstrel. Do you have tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Now I know that she's not told me everything yet. So...
Which one?
Essentially... see if this...
It will come to you soon, I'm sure.
Okay, never mind. If I pry into Orlais, maybe. Any more stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
Okay, sounds interesting.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter,
I think she's...
and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Okay, carry on.
Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Go on.
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Keleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the jousts, and Keleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
That's terrible.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
Okay, let's move on. Heavy armor. Good to know. Barkspawn. Can I get you to shush, please?
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
I can hear him 50 yards off. I'm sure you're exaggerating.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Can't you just wave your staff and make him clean?
You know that's not what we use magic for. Just make him sleep over on the other side of the camp. With Alistair. With any luck, that will keep all the stench confined to one small area.
Okay. Ah. Alistair! Have a dragon.
Is that for me? Really? Wow! Wow!
Okay. Let's see.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Get stuff for other members of the party and then just go back to the same people I've been adventuring with this whole time. So, I'll decide on where to go and be back in a minute.